Okay, today's video will be showing how to convert a FactoryTalk SE or ME application that's it's a 32-bit version to a 64-bit version, which is generally speaking like FactoryTalk 6.0 or lower to a FactoryTalk 6.1 or higher. So or it could be FactoryTalk SE 7.0 or 8, whatever the case may be. The first and foremost, what you need to do is download the legacy tag database conversion, and you want to, this is on the XP side, so the 32-bit side of your PC. You have to have two PCs to do this. You have to have a 64-bit and a 32-bit. Obviously your application will start as a 32-bit application, and so you on that PC you need to start out using the legacy tag database converter. When you open it, what you want to do is you want to export a legacy tag database. You want to go to whatever machine edition or site edition, whatever you're running. In today's example, we're going to be doing a machine edition. So if it does that, if you actually hunt for the machine edition and do not find it like I just did, go back and click Subfolders, search in Subfolders. What you should see is you should have whatever you have in there, as far as what all your applications are that you have in there. You should see every one of them. So the one we want to do today, actually we'll go ahead and do both of them because I need to convert both of these anyway. So go ahead and run it. It should run and say, come back with a file that says if it was successful or if it had any kind of problems. At that point, you should be good on the 32-bit side of things as far as what you've done. What you do need to do at this point, and I will note that I did have this as a shortcut on my desktop. The current place that it actually resides is in FactoryTalk Tools, is in the very bottom. So if you go to FactoryTalk View Tools in the very bottom, that's where it'll be. So what we'll do right now is we'll go to basically FactoryTalk Tools, and then what I want to do is make a backup of what I did. So I'll go to Application Manager, Machine Edition, because that's the two the files that we just converted over from a 32-bit to a 64-bit. Okay, so sorry about that. So at this point, at this point, what we're going to do is we're going to back up an application, and we want to back up. First, we want to back up this Widget-O-Matic HMI. So we'll back it up, and what I'll do is I'll put it on the desktop so I can easily transfer it. And I'll hit finish. And I'm going to do this on the second one as well too. So, and the reason you want to make a backup is basically for the simple fact of what you just did is converted it over. You cannot take it and just automatically just move it from one PC to another without on an ME station without doing a backup. So we'll do the Application Manager again. We'll do Machine Edition again, and we'll back up the other application that we did. So again, go to backup, and then we'll do the other panel view that we did. Again, I want to place it on the desktop so I can easily locate it. The default location is obviously in its archives, the natural Rockwell path. Okay, so now that both files are made, what we can do is we can copy both of them. So I'll copy both of these, and I have a path selected to straight to my other PC, which is my VM that I'm using. So I'm using two VMs. I'm using a 32-bit VM, which is my Windows XP, and then I'm going to be using a Windows 7 version as well. So now we're over at our Windows 7. So now we have our two applications, and I'll go ahead and copy those over and paste them. So at this point, we should come back over here and go ahead and double click on that, and what you're trying to do is basically restore it at this point. So it says I have that one and specify another name, so I'll just change it just like that. And we'll go ahead, we'll do the other one as well. Pretty sure I had this name too. So at this point, what we need to do is, now that we've reinstated them, what we still need to do is go to the legacy tool. So the legacy tool inside of the 64-bit computer, open it up, and then create. At this point, you want to create the FactoryTalk View database. So this is actually, even though you exported the legacy tag database in the 32-bit system, and you made the archive, you moved it over now to the 64-bit computer, you still need to, in the 64-bit computer, after you've basically made the file, the HMI project, you still need to look for the HMI project and create a database. So that's what we'll be doing here. Again, search subfolders. What you want to do is you want to come in here and look for the file that we just made. Which for some reason I'm not seeing. So that should be correct, although I don't see it. So what we can do is go to Rockwell again, go to our application manager right here on my desktop. We want to go in application manager and see if we can't restore it. Let's see, legacy project. This is quite interesting, because it should have actually popped up, and even though it says the location is on my desktop, which is fine, and then it says that's the name. Okay, so the name's already specified, so the name is already there. Actually, next, let's back this up. Okay, the name's already there. So if we go look in our file location, which is users, and then public, and then come down here, look in the file location, HMI projects, we actually have the files, which is funny why it's not finding them. But let's try the legacy tool again. So real quick, we'll go to programs, go to Rockwell Software, we'll go to the FactoryTalk View, Tools, Legacy, and again we want to create, and that's looking in the right path, so it should be fine. But but I don't see it. So this is somewhat different. Make sure it's got the right path is what I'm doing. Sorry about this. Sorry, it's kind of taking a little bit of time. Normally this goes pretty quick and easy. So and for some reason it's not finding it. So it may be the fact that it may need to reboot this PC. I really kind of doubt that, but it's worth a try. So what I'll do is I'll restart this one real quick. So what we'll do now is we'll try to do the same thing, and if it doesn't pop up this time, then we may have a problem with that application. So legacy tag database, create database. Yeah, and it's not finding it. So that's kind of strange. Why it's not finding it. So real quick, what we can do is we can go ahead and open them and see if it took it automatically, because it may have. So in some rare instances, it will automatically take it like it did. So let's try to open it and see where it says the target application is a legacy file 6.0 or earlier. Please use the utility. So, but it's not allowing us to use the utility, which is kind of strange. So real quick, let's go and delete. So we'll delete these two. So we'll delete application, and then we'll delete this one. And this is the proper way to delete an application, the HMI application. And really it's the proper way to delete a SE2 if you want to completely clear out your system. Okay, so that's that should be deleted now. There should be no files in the folder. So if we go find that and we go to public, and so let's go right here, ME. So yeah, it's not in there now. We should be able to come in here and restore this now. So with that said, let's see if that took care of the issue. Maybe it was some file hung up or something. So again, create database, subfolders, and that time it pulled it up. So that's probably good that you've seen that some of the issues you could possibly see. So either way, this is the point that I wanted to get to. Is this is the file that we just exported Now all we want to do is click Finish. What it did is it created the 6.0 or 6.1 version. So now I should be able to go to FactoryTalk Studio ME, and when I open it up, it should acknowledge the fact that it is now a 64-bit system. And it did. I'm running a 7.0, so it's going to automatically convert it to a 7.0, which is fine. The main obstacle, I guess, to overcome is the 32-bit to 64-bit. And to do that is you have to use that legacy tag database converter. So that utility, is very helpful, is strong. And in that instance, so this would be the whole instance of having everything that you need. And it popped up everything. Everything came in looking good. So what we'll do, we'll go ahead and do the other one real quick, just to show that you can, that it can be done. So we're going to restore this one. Again, that still has that name. So let's restore that one. We'll use the legacy tool one more time. Again, that's located in Rock Software, FactoryTalk View, then go down to Tools, then Legacy Tag Database Converting. You want to click Create FactoryTalk View Tag Database for a new format. Search under Subfolders, and see, it didn't find that one for some reason. Not sure. It could be the name. That's probably what it is. So let's delete the other file. So let's delete this file. Okay, so now let's convert it back over to an HMI project with the proper name. It could be the file name because it with ME FactoryTalk Studio ME, it sometimes is specific about names. So I would, if I had to guess, that would probably be what it is. Oh, I didn't mean to click that one. So let's go to FactoryTalk View Tools, Legacy, and go to Create Database, search Subfolders. Should be only one that's highlighted. So that's what it was. It's the naming culture. Hit Finish, and as soon as it finishes, it said Done Successfully. It did that. We'll verify that by opening it. And all else is good now. So it's kind of good you've seen the fact of what happened. So you know that you know what you could possibly run into, and you know how to fix it. So I'm kind of glad that it didn't go as smooth as I planned it to. This is kind of why I like to do videos on the fly. I don't like to just try to pre-plan everything and get everything done basically on a script or something like that. I kind of like to fix it as I'm going. So I feel like that's the best way everybody can learn. Really, that's that's the reason I started this YouTube channel. There is really no other motive behind that. So real quick, that's two files that we created from a 32-bit system, which was when we first started was a FactoryTalk 6.0, which was a 32-bit system, and that was off of our XP computer. So our XP computer, and then we went to after we used the legacy tool on those applications, we then created a backup. When we created a backup, all I did was pass it over to my 64-bit computer, which in my instance, I have both of them under a VM. So it's kind of easier. If you did not have it under VM, you would have to go from a PC to a PC. One computer to another, which is essentially what you're doing with a VM. But in other words, after I get it to that point, I basically take the archive and I make it an HMI project. After I take the archive and make it an HMI project, I come down and use the conversion tool, again on the 64-bit side. And when I do the conversion tool on the 64-bit side, I make sure that I highlight the button that says Create FactoryTalk View Tag Database. And that's in the new format. So I mean, that's what that means. So if I click it now, it should have nothing. You shouldn't see anything. It should be all grayed out. Only things that can be converted will be able to be highlighted in that instance. But just keep in note that what we found, then that's a pretty common problem that I guess FactoryTalk ME is very name specific. SE is too, but SE is a little bit more forgiving. So real quick, I just wanted to show you how to, and I know I said real quick, but it's 22 minutes into this, but I wanted to show how to convert a 32-bit HMI system, which is an ME system. It could have been an SE system. They both work the same way. But this was an ME system to a 64-bit ME system, and it's completely runnable on now FactoryTalk View 7.0. So I guess if you have any questions or something, if you'd like to me to kind of break this down a little bit further, a little deeper, or whatever, you can basically just leave me a comment in the show notes below. I'll leave my contact information. You can leave a comment in the YouTube channel, or you can leave contact me through email or something of that nature. Either way, I hope this was helpful. I'll probably be taking this whole instance from an ME station to an SE station, being that I kind of like to use SE a lot better than I do ME. So this will also show, like another video will probably show how to take the same instance from an ME to an SE and get it fully functional and working. So with that said, I hope this helped you out, learning how to create a 32-bit system HMI or a HMI system to a 64-bit HMI system. And again, if you have any questions, just contact me and put them in some comments and stuff on my channel, and I'll answer them as soon as I get to them. And again, thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing, and hopefully we'll have a lot more for you coming. Just let me know if your thoughts, if you'd like to see some ideas and topics or whatever you want me to cover. It'd be great. All right, thanks for your time.